Hello, I'm Carol Fote with the Logan Tabernacle Concert and Lecture Series Committee, and here we are with another story of connecting neighbors in Cache Valley. Today I'm interviewing Clare Ahn. Claire, it's nice to have you here.
Thank you for inviting me here.
You
I'm
bet.
glad.
All right. So we're going to start out. I want to know a little bit about your early life, where you were
Mhm,
born, and a little bit about things before you came to the United States.
mhm. So I was born in South Korea and I grew up in Jeonju, which is a little bit small town like Logan. And then I'm a middle child of my family. And I went through just like a typical childhood and teenagers and all the way down to college. Also, we have the United States and Korea is a really big, the friends the country. So I have all the time kind of listening to the United States and through the media
Sure.
and the TV. And we also had, when I watched, the movie, when I was young, in the United States movie. And then, yeah, it's really familiar to us. I mean, in South Korea people.
So, did the movies kind of give you a little bit of a misconception of what you would experience here?
The movie, not really. I mean, it's mostly kind of. I think it's pretty much similar.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's only one difference is like a Cashville is a small town, so
Mhm.
we all kind of, yeah. So the most movies are like a big cities like that. Yeah,
New York and
yeah,
LA,
yeah,
places like
yeah.
that,
A
huh?
little bit. Yeah, not that far. Yeah.
So, Claire, what brought you to the United States?
Please. Yeah, and I was in graduate students in Korea at the time, and I planned to go to abroad, and then for a future degree. And then I met my husband around at the time, and he had the same plan, and he already got admission in one of the university, which is the University of Iowa in Iowa State. And then, okay, and then we have a same goal, and I applied the university, and some university, we don't know, I got the admission there or not. So some other university around the state, and then I luckily got the admission. So we got married there, and then we came here for the study.
Okay, so this is a little bit different culture in the
Mm-hmm,
United States than what you
mm-hmm,
experienced in Korea.
mm-hmm.
What were some of the things that were different, and were there any concerns for you on as to, how to fit in with a new culture, or did it just kind of flow for you?
It was before I came to the United States, I kind of a little worried about it because I didn't know much about the culture, right? But the first thing I confront that the way to greet. So greeting, hello. And usually is in Korea, we just usually bow each other, right? Especially and then or especially to the seniors, older people than you, and also for teachers. So it's showing your respect, right? And then when I was in Iowa the first time and it's the start as a students, and I usually it's not really kind of felt disrespectful when I just say hello with my just wave hands to the teachers, and most of the majority is the like older than me, and they're the teachers, and right, and then but so I was like a little bit kind of felt like the weird, right?
Maybe
So
like you were
sometimes
being like you were being disrespectful, huh?
yes, I did not mean to, but I just, oh, this is culture. And the first time I just did a hello, and then they feel a little bit awkward. I know I really did it. And they kind of knew the Asian cultures, right? They just, yeah, nicely they got it. But that time I did it. And then the other one is, I think is the Iowa too, and the in the Cache Valley too is they're not really kind of big city, so not Asian people kind of live a lot, right? So when I kind of cook my traditional food, it's not easy to get ingredient, right? So for cooking, and but these days it was much better, like because we have a online store a lot, like Amazon and the other things. Yeah, so it was much better. Yeah.
Okay. It's interesting that you said in Korea, you
Mhm.
bow as a sign of respect to the teachers.
Teachers, yeah, teachers, and then also priests.
Uh-huh.
For the priests and teachers, whether you're young or not, we just the bow,
Well, that's,
the respect, and then
I wish we'd do a little more of that respect here for our teachers.
also and senior too. Most
Yes,
seniors we do it. Yeah.
sure.
Mm.
So what finally brought you to Utah? Was it for a job or what?
So my husband finished the studying first, and he looked for the job and everywhere in the states, and then he finally got an offer in the Utah State University. So that's why we came here. The
And
Utah,
then
yeah. That's,
were you working at USU as well?
after that, I worked, yeah, some part of that, yeah, some years after that.
And he's still working there, correct?
Yes, he's working. Works at the College of Business Information
Business?
System. Yes, the
Okay.
Department of Business Information System.
Mhm. So you have two sons, correct?
Yes,
And
yes.
so tell us a little bit about your boys.
Okay, so I have two boys, and then they start their kindergarten from the Cache Valley all the way through the high school. And then, so the first one is he just graduate, college graduate, and the working is health science field.
Oh,
And the second one is he just finished the sophomore at college.
and where are they both going to school?
Okay, so the first one is he graduated the University of Notre Dame,
Okay.
and Daniel is at the U of Utah. Mm.
Education is quite important to your culture, correct?
Very, yeah.
And probably, sadly, a lot more than it is maybe to us here in the United States. I mean, to the culture here. I mean, look
Mhm.
at how hard it is sometimes to get kids that to get them through high school.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's true. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
So, you still have extended family in Korea?
that's true. Yeah. So my both parents, for me, and then my parents, and then my husband, they are in Korea. The most brothers and sisters, and also their families in Korea too. The only one, my brother's family is in Maryland.
Mhm. So, with all the violence that's gone on in the United States, and
Mm.
particularly with Asian people, number one, have your family ever been concerned for you being here? And also, how do you feel? Are you ever worried?
Yes, so I have gotten a lot of like that happening, the Asian hate crime in here through the media, and then it's just so sad to me, to my family too. And then we have been so blessed that I mean, we live in the 20 years in the United States, right? And then we have been blessed. We didn't have a that experience yet. I mean, at all here, right? But frankly speaking, I kind of these days I kind of thinking about, oh, should I worry? That one in here, I know the Kashmir is a safe town. There's people who are nice, but frankly, I kind of came to I mean, the sentence, should I worry or not? And I hope I don't really worry.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's my yeah thought these days.
Sure. And your sons, they feel okay. They feel
They feel okay. I think I appreciate it too. And
uh
I think in particular, they're in school, so the schools, and
there's
then
schools. There's more diversity.
yeah, more, yeah, they kind of more careful that they just, yeah,
Right.
good. I can take care of them. I mean, that's what I think.
So, one of the things that I do know about Claire is
Mhm.
that she is a musician and she
Okay, thank
plays the
you.
organ and the piano at St. Thomas Aquinas Church in
Mhm.
Hyde Park.
Mhm.
and she is very talented, and
Thank
we
you.
love listening to her music.
No, thank you for the opportunity. I can do it. I mean, there.
Well, I know she practices a lot, but
I practice.
I think it's something that you really enjoy, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. I actually did not major anything about the music field. So I actually, but I learned the how to play piano when I was young. I mean, like a couple of years, and then so that's why I started to serve the mass in the St. Thomas Aquinas. Yeah.
And your boys play violin with you when you play piano at times,
Oh, that's
many, many times.
yeah. They are. Yeah, they got lessons very young, like 5 or 6 years, and then yeah, they have played all the way through the high schools, and then they still playing. And I asked them to
Now,
go
will they
play.
play in college? Will there be opportunity
They are in the orchestra program in the each university.
in, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, in what program?
Orchestra,
Or
orchestra,
the orchestra?
orchestra.
Okay,
Yeah, the
sure.
university orchestra program. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to know, you've really fit in here, and I think that you had mentioned to me earlier, one of the things that really helped you is you were raised as a Catholic. So
Mhm.
you were part of the Catholic
Sure.
church here and the
Mhm.
Catholic tradition. So that
Mhm.
helped very much so, helped fit
That's
into
true.
the
That's
community.
true. Mhm.
Um, what if there was something that you could offer for advice for people, and maybe let's say young people coming in from Korea, other
Mhm.
Oriental states,
Mhm.
what advice would you give them as far as to be able to feel more comfortable about fitting in?
I mean, from my experience, I think it is the best way to you join a community. This is the best way, I think. And
Mhm.
if I didn't, I still kind of like a very limited social activities, I think. Yeah. Or you join some kind of the community. So whatever it is, cultural community is okay, the religious community is okay. So go to some, yeah, a community go and
It's
then meet local people. And that's the best way. That's
sure.
what I advise.
It's important to
It's
be
so
in,
important.
to be involved, to be
Yes, be
yeah,
involved, anyone.
yeah.
And I was actually afraid for the first time, I mean, to go there, right? And then because nobody really knows me, right?
Uh-huh.
But they are shown that they came to me, oh, they welcome me. For example, our church, right? Just later they offer me to, can you play? So like that. And it started, actually, that started, I think. So it
Good.
started all the things. Yeah.
So once we find that we have something in common with people, and it can be all kinds of different things,
Mhm.
like your church or your schooling, your what you're doing on your job, your background. I mean, there's just all kinds of things that can bring people together. And it's also important that we reach out and learn things about people that maybe we don't feel we have common interests
Um,
in,
mhm.
but
but
there.
but yeah, it's not actually. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
So,
think
what do you and your family enjoy doing now in the valley? Do you do hiking? Do you, what, um, is there anything in particular that you enjoy doing?
I love hiking, and I love, yeah, I do love hiking. So sometimes I ask my kids go to hiking together, my husband too, and then and also I love the mountains and outdoor activities. And then, so when they're young, we actually bought a boat,
Oh, did you?
one small boat. Yeah, it's like a canoe, and we
Yeah.
went to river. We did it. Yeah, and then I so enjoyed it. And my husband, he kind of like all the sports.
Uh-huh.
So he like tennis, he like the racquetball, and he go to some. Yeah, he also found the community, the racquetball and the tennis. He found the local people. Yeah, and then he so enjoyed that. He loves the friends. He loved the yeah
Oh,
the
good.
hanging out with friends. Yeah,
Sure.
this is good.
Well, Claire, I really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you today. And
Oh, thank
we do attend the same church, but I didn't really get to know you. I just always sat there and enjoyed your music.
you. Thank
So
you.
thank you so
Thank
much. And
you.
I wish you and your family the best, your boys, as they continue to move forward in their careers, that they do well. And I'm sure they will do very well. And we look forward to talking to
Thank
you
you.
at church.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.